Krishna, Shri Govardhan Puja ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So, I'd like to welcome everyone here to our Hare Krishna temple in Amsterdam. All of you, I think, are very active members of the congregation, it seems. And we'd like to thank all of you for your wonderful participation in this beautiful ceremony of Govardhan Puja. So, we have a few minutes to introduce all of you to the meaning of Govardhan Puja. So, 5,000 years ago, in Bhajan, Rajabhumi, the cowherd men, the elderly Gopas headed by Nanda Maharaj, they gathered together with Brahmanas to perform the Indra Yagya, which, according to the Vedic calendar, was to take place at a very specific time. And so everything under lawful Vedic injunction was arranged. And of course we're speaking of a time thousands of years ago, when in India the elaborate Vedic ceremonies were still very much in practice. Now, not so much of course, but then they had very highly qualified brahmanas who had power of mantra by the purity of their and the strength of their chanting. They could call the demigods, call Lord Vishnu, who is known as Yagya, Yagya Purush, to accept their offerings. So this was the plan. And this is according to what is called the Karma Kanda section of the Vedas. Karma means, of course, human work. We all have to do work in this world. There's no avoiding that. So the Vedas help us overcome the inauspicious reactions of our work, because you know, this is the nature of this world. That even you have all good intentions, as soon as you try to do something, as soon as you take a step, someone is being injured, unknown to you. Unfortunate living entities are being crushed underfoot. When we light the fire, we want to make a nice feast, but as soon as the fire is burning, so many living entities are destroyed in the fire. And we have to pay for this. This is karma. There's a debt. So the Vedas prescribe a means by which one can perform one's work and minimize the bad reaction and maximize the good reaction. Now this is not spiritual life actually. As Krishna explains in the Gita, spiritual life, bhakti yoga, Krishna consciousness, is nice karma. It means, as Prabhupada explains, neither punya, neither pap. You know these words? Punya means, we say piety, good works. Works that lead to a more auspicious material situation. And pap, of course, means sin. But we become degraded by sinful activities. So those who follow the karma, and this is also evident in other religions outside of India, Christianity, Islam, Judaism. They're also concerned very much with karma, with good and bad deeds. So everyone's trying to maximize good results and minimize bad results, but this is material still. This means one is still caught in action and reaction. Nice karma means no action, no reaction. There is action for Krishna, but no reaction. So when Lord Krishna, who at that time was only 7 years old, came to know that his own father and the leaders of the Vrindavan community were considering to perform a karma kanda ceremony, he thought, but we can paraphrase what Krishna thought. Not in my dham, not in my abode, because Vrindavan dham, Vrindavana Ramyasthane Divya Chintamani dham, this beautiful song by Srila Narottam Das Thakur is describing that Vrindavan is a transcendental place. It is made of Chintamani. Chintamani means spiritual stone, spiritual gemstone, which has the power to fulfill all wishes. It is not an ordinary place. And so everyone's wish who lives in Vrindavan is simply to satisfy Krishna. So Krishna was thinking, why they go to Indra? Indra has no position. So Lord Krishna began to speak 7 years old, and speaking in a very clever way. He actually was speaking as if he was preaching the atheistic Sankhya philosophy. Actually he was not, because his explanation was all in terms of the Dham. But he was saying, we're coward men. What do we have to do with Indra? We depend on the land. We depend on the Govardhan mountain. We depend on the nice grasses and the flowing streams coming down from Govardhan and the medicinal herbs, and our cows can graze there and thus they give very nice milk. So you should take this paraphernalia that you have gathered for the Indra Yagya and simply worship Govardhan. So the nature of Vrindavan is that the Vrajavasis are sold out to Lord Krishna. Their hearts belong to Krishna. So even though Krishna was only 7 years old and speaking in this way, everyone accepted. There was no argument. A little bit of argument, but Krishna very sweetly put aside all objections. And the simple Vrajavasi state agreed, yes, we'll do this. And so all of Indra's paraphernalia was used in worshipping Govardhan Hill. And it was a very, very splendid festival. And everyone was overjoyed with transcendental ecstasy. And everyone was fed. Even the lower creatures. This is essential in Govardhan Puja. Big feast, wide distribution to everyone. Such a wonderful festival. This is Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada used to say. Dancing, chanting, feasting. And Prabhupada said if you get a little tired, then take a snap. So such perfect blissful life. And the origin of this lifestyle is from Vrindavan now. But Indra, due to Krishna's, the will of Krishna's Leela, Indra manifested some pride, some arrogance, some haughtiness, that why they are neglecting me. After all, it is Vedic injunction. But Vedeshu Durlabham. Through the Vedas, Krishna Bhakti is not to be known. So, these injunctions, they do not trespass into Vrindavan Dham. But Indra, in his pride, actually, he was, and we don't want to make any offense against Indra, he's a great demigod, but he was taking on a little bit of the flavor of Kamsa. Although he's the king of the Devatas and a natural enemy of all the Asuras. But Kamsa was thinking, Vrindavan, this is under my jurisdiction. These people there have to do what I say. And Kamsa was sending Putana and Aristasura and so many demons to cause trouble, cause destruction. So Indra, he became a little bit like that. No, not a little bit, a lot. But momentarily. So he sent these Sambartaka clouds to inundate. I'll teach them a lesson. So these clouds only are released at the time of devastation of the universe. At the end of Brahma's day, for example, the Garbhodak, there's rain and the Garbhodak ocean rises up as far as the heavenly planets. All the lower planets are inundated. So the rain was coming down with the thickness of trunks of elephants. And all the Vrajavasis, the Gopas, the Gopis, the cows, all living entities, they all came before Krishna. They were soaking wet. Now Indra is angry. So Lord Krishna, with the little pinky, the little finger of his left hand, he lifted up the great Govardhan mountain, which at that time was much, much larger than it is now. Although now it is also very, very large. He lifted up the whole Govardhan mountain, balancing it on his little finger, and held it aloft for 7 days, so that all of his devotees could gather. As you see here, this is also Govardhan. This is the wonder of Krishna consciousness. That Govardhan can manifest here in Amsterdam. Vrindavan is here in Amsterdam. Vrajavasis are there. They're here for our service. So they gathered under Govardhan, Parva, took shelter there. All of their needs were automatically taken care of by Lord Krishna. And so this was such a wonderful pastime. Everyone had the opportunity to drink of the nectar of Krishna's beautiful form for 7 days. Nothing else to do but look at Krishna. And these clouds of devastation, they were also blessed. They could also have darshan of Krishna. But that's the difference. When the asuras, when Kamsa sends in Putana, Janukasura and so on and so forth, they're killed by Krishna. But the Samvartaka clouds, they're Indra's weapons. So to be respected. So Krishna did not directly contradict the weapons of Indra, just like Garuda also. When he was stealing not stealing, he was taking by his might, he was taking the pot of nectar, and Indra fired his Vajra, his lightning weapon. It struck Garuda's wings. Garuda didn't have to. He didn't even feel it, but he thought, this is a weapon of the great King Indra, king of the demigods. Let me let one feather fall to show my respect. So Krishna also, he showed some respect. He could have, but he didn't destroy Indra and his clouds. And so the end of it was, after 7 days, he understood the mistake he made. The sky cleared up. Surabhi, the Kamadhenu, actually from Goloka Vrindavan, but manifested in heaven for the benediction of all the demigods. She came down to perform Abhishek, which we will be doing, for Lord Gopal. And she declared, she proclaimed that, Krishna, you are the real Indra. Because actually all the laws of nature, all of the Shaktis, they're under your ultimate command. And Indra is also your servant. Indra may be Indra. Indra means king, but Krishna is Mahindra. You see, he is the origin of so many countless Indras and so many universes. That power, that majesty of royal authority has its repose in Krishna. So she proclaimed, Krishna, you are the real Indra. And Indra himself appeared there. And he bowed down at Lord Krishna's lotus feet very humbly and offered many nice prayers. So, in this way, although Krishna, he was only 7 years old, you see this wonderful Govardhan Lila. It establishes Lord Krishna's supreme authority, establishes Krishna as Bhakta Vatsal, the caretaker of his devotees. It establishes Govardhan as both the Lord and the servant of the Lord. Govardhan is also a great bhakta, great devotee, because he's serving Krishna. But he is also Krishna himself. So many wonderful insights into Krishna consciousness are made manifest in this Govardhan Lila, which we are celebrating today. Oh, we have 5 minutes. We're going to keep very tightly to the schedule. We have 5 minutes. Are there any questions at this time? Preliminary questions. Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. What is because this Govardhan Puja, is it every year after Diwali, one day after? Or is there a connection between these two?
There's no, we can say, technical connection between Govardhan and Diwali. Diwali is associated with Lord Ramachandra's Leela and also Lakshmiji, the appearance of Lakshmi. So this is a wonderful Vedic calendar, so many holy days, one after the other, so many festivals are there. So, yes, devotees, we like to party. That is a natural inclination in everyone to have a celebration, a party. So, our Vaishnava calendar provides so many opportunities in a Krishna conscious way. Anything else? Alright then. So once again, I'd like to thank all of you from my heart for coming here and participating in this auspicious Govardhan Puja. No one simply cannot imagine the blessings that Lord Krishna is bestowing on everyone here just by taking part. So thank you again. Shri Govardhan Puja ki, Shri Borditai ki, Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanandi. Hare Krishna. Shri Govardhan Lal ki jai.
Kun jij nog in de keuken staan er nog een aantal...
Stegen die Raja, Shri Govardhan, Shri Krishna, Shri Parma. So, is someone leading a kirtan? I'm supposed to. Huh?
Waar is je like